Thank you very much indeed, Madam President. I hope that you'll feel better soon, your voice, that is. Colleagues, the jihadist perpetrators of the terrorist attacks in Paris belong to a worrying amorphous network claiming affiliation to radical Islam, which from Karachi to Paris, from Nigeria to Algeria, have been carrying out cowardly and despicable attacks. Young people in a large number of our countries are leaving our countries to join terrorists, and whether this is a country that promotes multiculturalism or integration. And it is true, even though we can hardly dare to mention this, that we're witnessing a veritable ethnic cleansing of Christians in the East and in a large number of Muslim countries. Leaving Islam for another religion, that is apostasy, is a criminal offence in a large number of states. At the same time, as the German Chancellor Angela Merkel reminded us recently, Islam is a religion of Germany and a religion in many countries, including France. And most followers of Islam seek only to practice their religion in peace, as we can see from the very large number of reactions that occurred after the attacks. Let us not jump to any conclusions. As a speaker on Monday reminded us in front of the Political Affairs Committee, this Islam of terrorists is simply an Islam of poverty, lack of culture and failure. It's also web-based Islam, to use the term, and we should do everything we can to wonder about the funding sources for this perverted Islam, which comes from regimes in favor of a fundamentalism that's becoming increasingly radical and which are cracking down on their population through dictatorial, corrupt and backward regimes, but which have significant wealth. What should we do? Well, we mustn't compromise on our values, that is freedom of expression, neutrality of the state in terms of religion and democracy. We also need to respect the freedom of religion for all religions, and we need to deal with them on an equal footing. We need to enable the creation of places of worship, which is far better to have than self-proclaimed clandestine or secret places of worship. More specifically, what can the PACE and the Council of Europe do? Well, there are a number of avenues that have been identified by a very impressive and rich report of Mr. Legendre. For instance, the Council of Europe has a convention to clamp down on terrorism. I think all member states should ratify it. There are still 15 states that have not yet ratified it. We can also add to this. Can we not use our instruments against money laundering to identify suspicious funding in some states? Our assembly can be a wonderful forum for sharing experience, identifying best practice, because we have very similar problems to contend with. Let's organize a veritable dialogue on religion. Let's not try and identify deceptive and fallacious theories, a type of a supermarket or forum where each person can find in the religion what suits them, but let's try and foster a true dialogue where we can try and become aware of and make people aware of each other's religion. We need to look at all the conditions for living together once again. Dialoguing doesn't mean compromising on our values nor our principles. The EPP has always believed in liberty, humanity, progress and democracy and interreligious dialogue. Aren't we simply standing up for our Christian roots and democracies? This is the most important thing. Long live Europe, long live freedom, long live democracy.